I'll be honest, lads, you knew this one was coming. It's the downfall of Liverpool. So it's the 27th of February as I'm recording this video, and right now in the Premier League table, Liverpool are sitting down in 7th place. A point clear of Brighton, who have a game in hand on us, and just behind Fulham in 6th.
Brighton and Fulham and them, man.
I'll be totally honest, lads, after going for the quadruple last year, I didn't really foresee this as the way that the campaign was gonna go. Now, you might be asking why I'm making this video now, because in the Premier League, we're unbeaten in at least 3. I can't believe I'm saying that as if it's an achievement. But more recently, we drew against Crystal Palace 0-0, and of course, we got absolutely spanked by Real Madrid in the Champions League, effectively ending our chance of any sort of silverware this season. Look, I've talked about the Real Madrid slapping in FTW, okay? But the Crystal Palace game, that might have been the worst piece of football I've watched this season. And I've watched other games Liverpool have been involved in this season. You might as well have genuinely had a nap during this one. Get the bed sheets out because you're having a snooze. It was absolutely appalling. If Jean-Philippe Mateta knew how to finish or knew what a goal was, we'd have been completely muddled, lads. Jurgen Klopp was reaching for excuses as per usual after being tactically outplayed by an electrical tower from South London.
We mustn't forget that it's been raining, so...
It's raining for both teams.
Yeah, I know, but...
And part of it came from the fact that there's genuinely that midfield. Oh my God. Yeah, the original 3, was Keita, Henderson, and James Milner. All that midfield is doing is passing a bleep test. And with Naby Keita, I don't even know if he's passing the bleep test.
This is what he does!
You know what? We have to allow it with Naby because his ankle can only point in 2 different directions. If he tries a third and like puts it slightly diagonally, that is an excessively sprained ankle. He can't do it. He's like a PS1 controller before they added the little stick. He's just got the D-pad. That's all his foot is. There's more creativity in a Big Bang Theory storyline than in our midfield 3, honestly. James Milner, look, listen, for experience, I actually think he might have been semi-useful in the Real Madrid game because I love Stefan Bajcetic, but I feel like the occasion, simply how good Real Madrid are, got to him. But the kid's 18 and we're relying on him for our entire midfield. You must be sick. Don't even get me started on Jordan Henderson as well, man. Jordan Henderson this season. We almost won the quad last year, right? I don't think Jordan Henderson even owns a quad anymore in his leg. He even managed to defend for Crystal Palace with a Trent Alexander-Arnold free kick, which in my eyes was going in. He's in the wall. He blocks it off his noggin. Patrick Vieira was delighted seeing him back post diving, headed the ball out for a goal kick. Might as well have got him in the Crystal Palace team meeting after the game. Though he sticks out like a sore thumb. Let's be totally real.
You are freaking African Americans plus Mark. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm rocking with Mark.
Fabinho came on late again. His free trial has expired, man. It's just such a strange dynamic that he's gone from being probably the best DM in the league. Obviously, Rodri came in and gave him a run for his money for that after N'Golo Kante kind of just became injured all the time. But Fabinho has just completely fallen off a cliff this season. But then there's not even really the players to come on and make a difference. Like, imagine Jurgen Klopp turns to his bench and sees Curtis Jones sat on it. And you know what it is? I've rinsed the midfield because I think that's been overlooked for some time. But at least the blame can be taken away from the players there to an extent, and it's more to do with recruitment. Defensively, that is down to the players. Jesus fucking Christ, lads. I've seen better defending on Hackney Marshes. It is individual mistakes on a consistent basis. I know Trent Alexander-Arnold gets the brunt of it. And to be honest, he did make some mistakes against Crystal Palace. And yes, the Dele Allification of his trim has not gone unnoticed, but just the entire back line is absolutely shambolic right now. Ibrahim Konate, please come back, bro. Not even the team. My mental health depends on your hamstrings. Because honestly, right now, put Anison Gibb at centre-back. On my life, he would improve us. I don't want to see Joe Gomez playing for Liverpool next season. I'm sorry, because I actually like him. But I'd be fuming if I was in Liverpool's forward line and I saw his performance against Real Madrid. Darwin Núñez is confronting him in the dressing room, mate. We've still got the Real Madrid second leg to come, for God's sake. We're 3 goals down, and I've got to see Vinicius Jr. versus Joel Matip. That's like walking up to a tank with a Nerf gun in your hand. Now, could you spare a moment to talk about our Lord and Saviour, Jesus Christ? Now, I mentioned Ibrahima Konate and all of that, and one of the problems that we have suffered with this season is crazy injuries. I mean, the crisis is getting out of control. Konate cannot stay fit. Thiago cannot stay fit. People like Matip, Gomez, and Keita are chronically injury prone anyway. But also, we've been without Diogo Jota, who was genuinely very positive at the start of the season, and Luis Diaz, who was probably our best forward for the entire season before his injury. I don't even think he's injured still. He just doesn't want to come back. That man is fully fit, but he just doesn't want to play with James Milner, and I hear it. Obviously, Virgil van Dijk has been out during the course of this season as well, and as far as Artemelo is concerned, I think he genuinely might have been a figment of our imagination. But you know what's the maddest thing, right? When I think about what exactly is wrong with Liverpool, and when my friends ask me as well, they'll always come up to me and go, no, but seriously, what actually has happened, bro? There are so many things that it's actually hard to explain, and I think this is what it is. I think it's like the perfect storm, a culmination of things, and it seemed almost instantaneous. I'll be totally honest, yeah, certain players' performances I can't explain. I cannot begin to describe to you why Joel Matip and Fabinho have gone from two of our best players and most underrated players to two of our worst within like 6 months. Even people like, if we're being totally honest, even Mo Salah is having a really disappointing season individually. I know you could argue he's not getting the service that he needs and he's not getting help from elsewhere in the team, but the guy is almost top of the standings for missed chances. Defensively, we've been absolutely shocking. I love Trent Alexander-Arnold with all of my heart. I know I take the piss out of him in videos, but he is genuinely one of my favourite footballers to ever play for Liverpool. But some of his defensive displays this season, pre and post World Cup, are genuinely amateur levels. Joe Gomez, the same. Even Virgil van Dijk just doesn't look like the same defensive presence. I'll be honest with you, I think that comes down to three things. A, just general player performance and confidence is probably at an all-time low. Defensively, we make so many individual errors that just look like nerves. Second thing, I genuinely think a lot of teams have worked out Jurgen Klopp's tactic now, and tactically, we don't get the most out of our wing-backs even close to anymore, which was so helpful to our attacking and defensive output. Combined with Fabinho's poor performance, defensively, they're not getting shielded enough by a competent DM. But the final thing, and I think the thing that people are overlooking, and that is not the players' fault, we're burnt out as shit. We played every single game possible last season, unless we just slapped the senior team in the Liverpool under-21s for the Papa John's trophy. We won both the cups, so we played every single game you could in the FA Cup and Carabao Cup. We got to the Champions League final, so we played every game you could possibly play in the Champions League, as well as 38 games in the league. They're knackered. We play a high-intensity style. The team is finished, and we didn't renovate it enough, especially in the engine and the heart of the team, midfield. From that perspective, I don't think it's the players' fault. I think people like Fabinho, Thiago, Henderson, they're just done now. They can't provide the same intensity, and our style of play revolves around intensity. The long and short of it is we've been unlucky a little bit with injuries, but overall, this season is a write-off because the players are too tired and we need a change-up. Tactically, I think we've been found out, and I think Jurgen Klopp's desire to not change things, not change the tactical approach or change the shape of the team is really, really gonna hurt us if he continues to not do it. So overall, I would really welcome a tactical difference of some kind from Jurgen Klopp, and in the summer, our priority has to be bringing in a new star-quality central midfielder, if not two. Moving people like Naby Keita and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain out. I'd honestly say the likes of Joe Gomez and Joel Matip aren't good enough anymore as well. The likes of Jordan Henderson can stay around. I love Jordan Henderson, and I think he still has a role to play in the squad as long as he's not being relied upon every week. But yeah, it's a long rant because there's a lot of problems. There are some positives as well. I still believe Alisson is an unbelievable goal. I know he made that mistake against Real, but he's still saved us on multiple occasions. Van Dijk and Konate as a centre-back partnership, if we can just keep them fit, is genuinely quality. In attack, we've got so many options. The likes of Diaz, Jota, Salah, yep, fine. He's in poor form relative to him, but class is permanent. Darwin Núñez, I genuinely like him. Gakpo, the jury's still out, but he's still adapting. And there's still youngsters like Harvey Elliott and Fabio Carvalho, by Bajcetic too, who are only going to improve. But serious renovation to that midfield is needed. It has to be a priority, and I'm talking one major signing and one maybe more astute signing. But imagine being Jude Bellingham getting a phone call from Liverpool right now. It's been a crazy season. The wild thing is the chances of us finishing in the top four are not even completely dead. Newcastle are kind of fooling about around us. Tottenham are a little bit inconsistent. But with all this said and done, and all the problems at Liverpool Football Club right now, at least we're not Chelsea. But what do you make of Liverpool's downward spiral and our decline this season? What is the reason? What do you think it's down to? Let me know down in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video though, and you enjoy me ranting about Liverpool Football Club, then feel free to slap a like on it. And of course, subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'm sure it'll happen again pretty soon. You can also follow me on social media. It is at @theofficialfng on Twitter and on Insta. But it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy yourselves. And goodbye.